Hello, Shadows.
Hello.
I'm Kirsten.
And I'm Amber.
And welcome to
Lurking in the
Shadows. And also welcome to True Crime News Volume 10.
Yes. 10 already.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Double digits.
Yeah. If you're new to this is our True Crime News segment where we keep you up to date with things in true crime currently happening in the country, mostly. Not too much international with this one, but
we wouldn't mind sprinkling them in. They probably just don't. They're not on our radar as much.
Yeah, they don't really, unless it's something really crazy that happens.
But. Yeah. And we also try and keep it as new as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I will have, at the end, an update on Melody Buzzard. I covered that. What was that?
I think it was the 8th one. I think it was 2 ago.
Yeah. Yeah, News 8. News episode 8, if you want to go check out the full story on that. And then I have an update on that at the end of this, if you stick around. And I am starting our news today. In Columbus, Ohio, on December 30th, friends and coworkers became concerned about Spencer and Monique Tepe. Spencer was a dentist and was a no-show to work, and friends could not get a hold of Monique on her cell phone. Everyone who was concerned called authorities at 9 a.m. 4 separate calls came in asking for police to check on the couple. The owner of Athens Dental Depot called stating he is never late and always calls in before missing work. Then at 10 a.m., 2 more 911 calls came in. The first was an unidentified man who said he could hear kids inside but couldn't get in. I guess he then hung up. The second call was a friend of Spencer's saying, quote, "There's blood. He's laying next to his bed, off of his bed, and there's blood. I can't get closer to see more than that."
That's scary.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. And knowing there's kids inside.
Yeah. Gotta break a window.
Right. There were 3 9mm casings at the scene. The 2 children that were in the house were locked in a separate room where they couldn't get to their parents. Police right away suspected homicide and did not suspect a murder-suicide in this case.
Oh.
The family of Monique and Spencer were interviewed by NBC. They said that the couple was murdered in the same house they were married in almost 5 years earlier. They were a month from celebrating their 5th anniversary.
Aww.
I know. The family had nothing but amazing things to say about these two. They were extraordinary people whose lives were filled with love, joy, and deep connection to others. Together, Spencer and Monique shared a beautiful, strong, and deeply happy relationship. They loved to travel, to laugh, and to build a life rooted in love. They were proud parents of 2 beautiful children and their beloved golden doodle, and they created a home filled with warmth, happiness, and connection. And that was a quote from their family to NBC.
Oh.
Spencer spoke English and Spanish, wanting to be as inclusive as possible at his job. Monique had some background in childhood education. Police were able to collect security footage of a suspect headed down an alley in a dark sweatshirt. On December 9th, Monique's ex-husband, Michael David McKee, was arrested for the murder of 39-year-old Monique and 37-year-old Spencer Tepe. Michael and Monique were married for 2 years, from 2015 to 2017. He was also a 39-year-old doctor that specialized in vascular surgeries.
Ooh. And he's committing murder?
Yep. Ballsy. Huh. And, he stalked them he's an ex, and, he stalked them for how long? They were going on their 5th anniversary.
That's almost 10 years ago they divorced.
Yeah, and they're, as a couple, were going on their 5th anniversary, so that means they were married in, 2001. Or 2021, I mean, sorry. And then, 2021.
I wish it was 2001.
Right. What a time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, besides other things, but
Yeah, besides 9/11 and everything.
But 2021, so he was like stalking, and they obviously probably before getting married had a relationship for how many years, and they divorced in 2017. So he must have been keeping up with them and getting angry about it, I guess, for how long?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, kind of explains why their relationship only lasted 2 years. There's probably something wrong with this guy.
Yeah. And we'll post pictures, obviously, in our news post, but it was a beautiful couple.
Yeah.
Definitely could tell with them big old smiles. They were just,
Yeah, she
um,
definitely upgraded from her ex, based on what I've seen.
oh, did you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know he
Sleazy.
was a
Yeah.
doctor, though.
Go in there and kill the parents of the family with the kids in the same house. What a
Right.
piece of shit.
Do you know if the kids were his, or if they were from her second marriage?
They were Spencers.
Okay.
Yeah, kids were Spencers. Like they were building a family. They had a
Yeah.
family. Yeah.
Well, yeah, domestic violence is scary stuff.
God. Yeah.
All right, next up is Cleophus Cooksey. On Thursday, December 18, 2025, Cleophus Cooksey was sentenced to death for a string of killings in Phoenix, Arizona during a 3-week killing spree in 2017, marking the end of a 7-month trial over attacks that targeted random victims and Cooksey's own mother and father. So, this was I guess, well, I don't know if they're considering him a spree killer or serial killer, but
Okay, yeah.
he's now been, I think it seems like he's more of a spree killer because it was over a very short period of time.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the difference between them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
one. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
The first victims were Parker Smith, age 21, and Andrew Remillard, age 27, who were found on November 27, 2017, fatally shot while sitting in their vehicle in a parking lot. 5 days later, on December 2nd, 2017, security guard Salim Richards, age 31, was shot to death while walking to his girlfriend's apartment.
Jeez.
Yeah. 29-year-old LaTorri Beckford was found dead with 2 gunshot wounds on the sidewalk at a Glendale apartment complex on December 13th, 2017. Christopher Cameron, age 21, was shot and killed upon arriving at a Glendale apartment complex to complete a drug transaction with Cooksey. So I guess that didn't end well.
Were these were each victim robbed?
It didn't say. I know for the Salim Richards, he stole a necklace from him and a gun on him.
Okay.
But I didn't read anywhere that he took money.
Okay, got her.
About 90 minutes after Cameron was shot and killed, Maria Villanueva, age 43, parked her car at another complex about 2 miles away or 3.2 kilometers away when an unknown man approached her and then drove away in Villanueva's car with her in the front passenger seat. She was found partially nude and shot to death in a Phoenix alley the next morning, and she was sexually assaulted.
Ugh.
And surveillance footage did show that it was Cooksey that was driving her car. On December 17, 2017, police responded to a gunfire complaint at a Central Phoenix apartment. Cooksey answered the door and told officers who had noticed a large amount of blood that he had cut his hand and was the only one home.
Yeah.
They then saw the bodies of Renee Cooksey, age 56, and her husband, Edward Nunn, age 54, behind the front door. And those are his mom and stepdad that he killed also.
Just behind the front door, just their bodies.
Yep.
Just.
And he's like, oh no, I'm the only one here. Nothing to see here.
Oh, what the fuck? This is a psycho.
Mm-hmm. Police say when an officer tried to detain him, Cooksey threatened to slit the officer's throat, and after a brief altercation, they took him into custody.
Yeah, I bet it was an altercation after that.
I know. This guy's crazy. Phoenix police credited advanced ballistic technology with helping link Cooksey to the murders, as well as GPS data, vehicle keys belonging to another victim being found in the home, and a victim's necklace that Cooksey was wearing when he was arrested.
He got to be slicker than a sixth grader, you know?
Yeah, what an idiot.
He's a
And
freaking
also,
idiot.
like,
I'm glad he is.
you're gross. You're wearing your victim's necklace.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Nasty. Piece of shit.
Yeah. Cooksey was also convicted of kidnapping, armed robbery, and attempted sexual assault charges stemming from the attacks in Phoenix and nearby Glendale. Jurors sentenced Cooksey to death in 6 of the 8 killings for which he was convicted of murder. And so that was just in December of 18th of 2025. And this happened in 2017, so it was a long time
Yeah.
that this went to trial.
That's our justice system.
Mm-hmm. The jury was undecided on the punishment for the convictions in the killings of his mother and stepfather. Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell is considering whether to seek a sentencing retrial on the 2 murder convictions involving Cooksey's mom and stepdad, or drop the effort to seek the death penalty and let a judge impose life sentences on those 2 counts. A motive was never offered. That didn't make any sense to me. Like, how are you going to convict him on the others and be uncertain on his mom and stepdad?
Yeah. That makes no sense. Are they getting him for more, I guess, on that? But I don't know.
I don't know.
I never understand.
So I guess, yeah, they are sentencing to death for 6 of those 8 killings. The last 2, I guess they're still trying to figure that out.
Wow.
But either way, he'll be locked up for the rest of his life.
Good.
Until his death
At
sentence,
least you got
whenever
some
that
justice.
happens.
Yeah.
Probably another 20 years.
Something, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if Arizona had the death penalty or not.
Yeah, I guess they must if they're sentencing him to death.
Yeah, they must. So, yeah, and that was recent. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Near San Antonio, Texas, on Christmas Eve 2025, Camila Mendoza Olmos was last seen in northwest Bexar County. She was leaving her home at 6:58 a.m. Surveillance caught what looked like 19-year-old college student digging through her car before leaving on foot without her phone. Over 100 people helped search for her for the next week. 2 friends were interviewed stating how Camila would always talk to them on the phone if she went for a walk. So all these things were very concerning, not having her phone.
Yeah.
They haven't heard from her. Police believe she only had her car keys and driver's license on her. Sadly, 1 week later, on December 31st, her body was found about 100 yards from her home in a field with a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Oh.
Yeah. I know, I didn't see that coming
Yeah.
either. A family member in the house was missing a firearm, but police had not matched that gun found at the scene to the one that was missing. She was sleeping in the same bed as her mother when she felt her daughter get up but went back to sleep. 90 minutes later, she woke up to Camila gone. Her mother said, quote, "I called her cell phone, but the cell phone was there on the bed and it was turned off. I put it to charge and went out to look for her. I thought I would find her like other times, walking, and we would come home together," end quote. We'll post pictures. She was a beautiful young lady. And if you are struggling with thoughts of suicide or worried about a friend or a loved one, help is available. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255 or text TALK, that's talk, to 741-741 for free confidential emotional support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's sad.
It's a very sad ending for that one.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she was found, but that breaks my heart. She's 19
Yeah.
years old. It sounded like she had friends she was talking to, people that cared about her,
Mhm.
family, with her mother, but depression's a hell of a thing. It really,
Yeah.
really is.
There was another case recently of a college student who like fell off a balcony at a party, and I think they were ruling that a suicide too. But I know there's some weird stuff about that one, so.
Yeah, that one sounds like we can get some weird info on that. This one sounded cut and dry. They found,
Mm.
sadly, but
Yeah, very sad.
it's sad.
A Dallas detective has solved Texas's oldest missing persons case 52 years after the victim was last seen.
Wow.
On January 14, 1973, 16-year-old Norman Prater was reported missing to the Dallas Police Department. He was last seen walking with friends in East Dallas but never returned home. 6 months later, on July 9, 1973, an unidentified white male was killed in a hit-and-run accident on Highway 35 in the city of Rockport, Texas, which is almost 6 hours away from Dallas, so the cases were never connected. Per a police statement, Dallas PD Detective Ryan Dalby recently re-examined the case and was able to establish a potential link between the two seemingly separate incidents. A new photo of the unidentified victim was found in late 2025 by the Aransas County Medical Examiner's Office. They handed it over to the National Center for Missing Exploited Children, who then gave it to Detective Dalby. Dalby and a forensic analyst with the Texas Rangers believed the photo likely resembled Norman, so they found his older brother, Isaac Prater, and he positively identified the hit-and-run victim as his missing brother, Norman.
Wow.
Dallas Police Chief Daniel Como said in a statement, quote, "This resolution stands as a testament to the Dallas Police Department's commitment to the cases we pursue and all the families we serve, no matter how much time has passed. Detective Dalby's dedication, skill, and compassion have not only solved a historical case, but performed the most vital duty of our missing persons unit, providing closure to a grieving family," end quote.
Hell yeah, DNA.
Hell yeah, DNA.
Let's go.
There isn't really much information about this case because I wonder, like, where was he for those 6 months between him being reported missing in January and him being killed in July?
Yeah.
Like, did he run away? Because he was also 6 hours away from where he was missing.
Yeah.
And, like, I wonder if the friends... Sorry, what were you saying?
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just wondering if, like, the friends he was last seen walking with, if they were ever questioned after he went missing. Because I wonder, like, did he ever talk about running away? Was he having problems at home?
Yeah, why didn't they talk to them more?
Yeah, if they did, it's not in the reporting. Like, maybe they questioned him back in the 70s, right when he went missing, but I don't have access.
Probably back then, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the story was from then.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
But it's somewhere for 6 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the driver from the hit and run, they were never identified, whoever hit him.
Yeah. I wonder how many people are out there with something on their conscience like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was a fall day in Lexington, Kentucky on November 7th, 1998. The local fire department was dispatched to a fire at the Nixon Hearing Aid Center located in the 100 block of Malibu Drive. Inside the Bird Building, they discovered the remains of 43-year-old Linda Marie Rutledge. She had 3 gunshot wounds to the head. This case remained unsolved for 27 years until Austin, Texas police contacted Lexington police in July of 2025.
Wow.
They had the exact matched .38 caliber murder weapon used in the yogurt shop murders. And I don't know if you guys heard that case was finally solved.
Yeah, and we also covered that case.
Yes, we did. You can check that out. I meant to look that up, but I forgot to, which one that is. But that's earlier.
Yeah,
I know that.
Because that was just in 2025, a few months ago, that one was announced that they found the guy who did it.
Yeah, and I covered it maybe like our 5th episode in. Like, it really was early on.
Yeah, it was pretty early. Let me look quick. It was episode 8.
8. Okay,
Mhm.
that was close. Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's crazy. The same DNA of Robert Eugene Brashers was found at both scenes. He unfortunately died in January of 1999, but was linked to 8 murder victims across the U.S.
I was just going to say, I wonder if there's more that they can.
Yep.
More scenes of like burned buildings with a gunshot wound victim.
Yes, because that's how, the similarities. That's
Mm-hmm.
how. He died after taking his own life when he got in a standoff with police at a motel in Missouri.
Oh, come on.
I know. There could be more unsolved murders related to Brashers, and if you have any information on an unsolved case similar to the yogurt shop murders and the Lexington murder, you can contact Lexington Police at 859-285-3600 or the Austin Police at 512-974-5000.
Yeah, he's definitely a serial killer.
Yes. Yeah.
So who knows
And
how many victims altogether?
Yeah, there's years.
Mm-hmm.
That's years.
Yeah, because the 70s was yogurt shop.
Yeah.
Or no, that was 90s.
It was the 90s. It was 90s, like around 95.
Yeah, something like that.
I covered it and I can't remember. That's how bad my memory is. We cover a lot of cases, okay? I can't keep them all straight. That was back at number 8. I don't even know what number case we're on by now.
We're in the 40s now.
Yeah, that's a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's not including the news and true crime at dime, because those are separate.
Yeah.
So we're probably closer to over 50 now altogether.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. All right. This last case is super local. It's happening here in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where I live and where Amber is from. Mm-hmm. And I am friends with this guy on Facebook. I also used to hang out with a guy that was friends with him, and I know I have no other people that are or were friends with him. So this one hits very close to home, and it's quite disturbing. And I know it's also been very shocking to those that knew him. It seems as everyone's been kind of caught off guard by this news from what I've been reading on Facebook. Like people that knew him had no idea, wouldn't have guessed this type of thing from him. So, very crazy.
Which is crazy to think that they wouldn't.
Right.
After seeing what I've seen and knowing what I know.
Right, I know.
Holy moly.
So Jonathan Gerlach, age 34, was arrested on January 6, 2026, after an investigation led police to find human remains in the basement of his home in the 100 block of Washington Street in Ephrata, Pennsylvania, which is in Lancaster County. Police received a tip on December 23, 2025, alleging a partially decomposed corpse had been discovered hanging in Gerlach's basement and that he had been in Chicago selling a human skull. Police say Gerlach carried out a calculated months-long series of burglaries at a historic cemetery, rappelling into mausoleums, prying open underground vaults, and removing human remains dating back more than a century before selling some of them online.
Oh my God.
So he's not the, dig up a grave type of grave robber. He's going into mausoleums and that kind of thing.
This is crazy. He'd go, big bucks, baby.
Yeah, I guess.
God. If he's going to hustle, he's hustling all the way.
He is facing 574 criminal charges following an investigation into repeated break-ins at Mount Moriah Cemetery in Yeadon, Pennsylvania, which is near Philly. According to court documents, the burglaries began in early November and continued through late December, targeting both above-ground mausoleums and underground burial vaults across multiple sections of the cemetery. The first reported burglary occurred on November 7, 2025, when Yeadon Borough Police were called by Friends of Mount Moriah, which is a volunteer group that maintains the cemetery. Investigators documented extensive damage inside the Hunter family mausoleum, where cinder blocks had been broken open, marble flooring destroyed, and crypts exposed below ground. Police also found a rope tied to a tree branch, which was found hanging in one mausoleum, and it was positioned in a way that suggested the suspect rappelled down approximately 10 feet to access underground crypts.
Jesus.
So this guy's going like Indiana Jones in there.
Yeah, with probably a
rappelling down with a
backpack on the
rope.
back. Yeah, just hauling body parts away.
A growing number of damaged mausoleums and vaults were discovered as police began to investigate. Police also found energy drink cans and cigarette butts at some of the sites. Like, dude, you know police can take your DNA from those things, right?
What a fucking idiot.
It's good, but he wasn't smart about this at all. Like, even his
Oh,
Facebook profile picture is him holding a skull. He also has a separate Instagram page that I didn't know about until this came out called Dead Shit Daddy that is just filled
ew,
with pictures of bones and skulls.
ew,
And
ew,
like,
ew.
and the first post on that dates back to May of 2023.
Wow.
But according to the investigation so far, he didn't begin robbing those mausoleums I mentioned until November of 2025. So I don't know where
Okay.
he got all those skulls and bones from previously, unless he was maybe originally buying them and then decided to get into selling them. I don't know,
I
unless
think he
this
was.
does date back further than what we think.
I bet he was just doing like unsuspected graves that we don't know about that he dug
Yeah,
up.
that's what I was kind of wondering too.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Police uncovered online activity of his, including posts in a human bones and skull selling group on Facebook, where a buyer thanked him for mailing, quote, a possible teen and, quote, a baboon and a monkey.
Wow.
So he mailed somebody the remains of a teenager?
I guess that is disturbing.
Other social media posts show Gerlach posing with a skull captioned, riding a Harley and slinging skulls, end quote.
He is so disgusting. I can't. This is icky.
Like, he's literally telling the world what he was doing and no one
Yeah.
realized.
Yeah,
Like, he's not
literally.
hiding it.
No, he wasn't hiding anything. Literally.
He also followed numerous accounts referencing skeleton collecting, bone museums, and a human skull store.
Wow.
Police say they tied Gerlach to the robberies through vehicle and phone records and began to surveillance him. When police arrested him, he was found leaving the cemetery with a burlap bag containing the mummified remains of 2 small children, 3 skulls and other bones, and a crowbar.
Ew. I don't. I'm. I'm leaving. I don't know what to do. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Officers say bones and skulls were visible inside his vehicle when he was arrested. Gerlach
Jesus.
allegedly admitted to stealing approximately 30 sets of human remains from Mount Moriah and even explained how he accessed the burial sites. So, I mean, at least he's admitting to it, I guess. But, I mean, how do
Yeah.
you not with all that evidence?
I know, right? He literally was writing his diary online, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, of what he was doing.
A search of his home after he was arrested found more than 100 human skulls, as well as numerous long bones, mummified feet, decomposing torsos, and other remains.
Ew.
8 additional sets of human remains were found in Gerlach's storage locker, as well as other body parts, ashes, jewelry, and clothing believed to have been taken from the graves.
Yeah. He's wow.
They were all in various states of decay, ranging from skeletons older than 200 years old to just months old infants.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He is gross.
Yeah.
He is beyond. Like he just cared about the money.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. Wow.
One set of remains was even found with a pacemaker still attached.
Wow. Heartless. Piece of shit.
Yeah, and it's unclear like what he was actually doing with all of these remains in his home. Like, if you're selling them, okay, but like, why is there so many at once?
Yeah, why is there? He could have like I don't know. Just
Like,
sell all the parts of one first, and then
yeah, it's like, why is there so many? Like,
yeah,
I don't know if this was just for selling at this point.
it had to have been for personal some kind of
Yeah.
fetish, probably, to be honest.
And I mean, like, I like a skull. You know, skulls are cool, but like, I like the kind from Michael's that I buy at Halloween. You know?
Yeah.
I'm
You
not-
know what? I give you permission. You can put my skull on your desk when I'm dead.
okay. Well, who knows? I might
That'd
be
be
dead by
pretty.
that point too.
No, no, I'm going first, bitch.
Overall, a total of 26 underground vaults and or mausoleums were discovered to be broken into and or damaged in the Mount Moriah Cemetery. He apparently also robbed an Ace Hardware store in East Earl Township on November 6, 2025. According to surveillance footage, a suspect matching Gerlach's physical appearance is seen leaving the store with more than $160 worth of items he had concealed on his person, including a headlamp, an LED rechargeable glow stick, a hammer drill bit, a pair of gloves, and a metal cutting wheel. But Gerlach also purchased $250 worth of other items during the same visit. That's a lot of
Yeah.
tools he's buying.
I mean, he pretty much just. They didn't even make it hard on the police to go and
No, he's
find.
because police were able to trace the credit card he used in the $250 transaction to an account belonging to Gerlach.
Wow. Wow. But I can't.
Like I mean, thank
That's
goodness he
cool.
didn't do this in a smart way because
Yeah,
now he's caught.
that's
One of the
crazy.
items Gerlach bought at the hardware store was a tent stake identical to the one found at one of the grave sites. Police also discovered Gerlach's Toyota RAV4 had traveled in Delaware County near Yeadonboro during the time of the suspected gravesite burglaries. He is being held on $1 million cash bail. Yeadon Police Chief Henry J. Gianmarco Jr. said that the case is, quote, probably the most horrific thing I've ever seen over my career in law enforcement, end quote.
Wow. Yeah, this is. I've never heard. This is something.
Yeah, this is worse than Ed Gein, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that it could be. I mean, he didn't
I
make
don't know how
furniture.
many remains Ed Gein actually had throughout his home, but, you know, this guy's had over 100. It's a lot.
Imagine what it
That's not
smelled
even
like.
including what all he's sold already.
Yeah, who knows what he got rid of?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now investigators have to deal with the very lengthy process of identifying remains and notifying family members.
Yeah, that sucks, man. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
And like for the victims that are like over 200 years old, like from the 1800s, those records are written on paper in a book.
Yeah,
So like they
yeah,
got to go through this book and figure out who's who.
yep. Because it's not uploaded to a computer yet.
Right.
Hire us. We'll do it.
Right.
We'll upload you.
So if you
We'll
ever
document.
bought something from this guy, please contact police. Give it back.
Yeah. Give it back. Yes. Wherever it is. I
Yeah.
don't care how cute it looks on your mantle. Give it back.
So that's what's happening in my neck of the woods. You never truly know anybody.
No, that's crazy.
This guy was even the lead singer of a band called The Road to Milestone. And he actually
Wow.
has a good voice. Like, what are you doing with your life now, sir?
I know. Like, he had potential.
Yeah. I couldn't tell. I don't think the band's together anymore. Or if they are, he's not with them. He even worked at a very popular bar in Lancaster City. So, like, he's known to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I
My
don't know
face
if he's
is
having like a
blowing up.
quarter life crisis because his band broke up or something and he doesn't know what to do with his life, but this isn't the answer.
No, man. Gotta let that go.
Yeah, I think there's definitely probably a mental health component to this because
Yeah.
because of like the reactions to people that knew him being so shocked by this.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't sound like this was him. Like something changed.
Yeah, maybe I got into some substance or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because it also seemed like he was kind of like living not really off grid, but that he had been more isolated recently.
Yeah.
But he does have a girlfriend that lived with him. I don't know if it was girlfriend, fiance, but like, bitch,
What were
What
you
are you
doing?
doing? Like, what's your role in all this? Because you clearly know
Yeah.
about it. There's hundreds of remains in your basement.
Yeah. What are you doing, girlfriend? Get it together.
Yeah.
I mean, one comes in, maybe I'd be like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But that many? Come on.
Yeah.
No excuse.
Accomplice for sure.
For sure. She just liked the money. Whatever money was bringing in.
Yeah. I don't know what
It
what kind
had to
of
have been
money you get
bringing
from
in
that, but
something. It had to have been bringing in something.
yeah, I even read in an article that because I guess there was like an issue, like some sort of issue in Harvard where with remains and bones being sold, and there was a guy arrested for that. And I read an article recently that's saying he thinks that his ex-wife may have been in contact with Jonathan Gerlach and that he may have been involved in the Harvard bone scandal. I don't know. So,
You never know. They'll have to dig deep into this.
yeah, who knows how far back this really goes and
It's
how many
crazy.
people are involved and going to be discovered through this.
Yeah. Like a little black market.
Yeah, because anyone that they can go through his messages, anyone he sold stuff to, I'm sure they're going to contact.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to be slick about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, and my last little update is on Melody Buzzard. In January of 2026, the tragic search for 9-year-old Melody Buzzard sadly turned from a missing persons to a homicide. After a multi-state search since October, authorities confirmed on December 22nd that remains discovered by photographers in a remote area of Wayne County, Utah, were confirmed to be Melody's. Forensic reports revealed cause of death was gunshot wounds to the head. Investigators believe the 9-year-old was killed shortly after being seen on surveillance footage on October 9th, 2025.
Hmm.
And that was near the Colorado-Utah border. That was the final recording and sighting then of Melody alive. On January 7th, Ashley Buzzard appeared in a Santa Barbara County courtroom and entered a plea of not guilty to charges of first-degree murder with special allegations of lying in wait and using a firearm. Not guilty? Come on.
Yeah.
While prosecutors have announced they will not seek the death penalty, they are pushing for a sentence of life without the possibility of parole. Recent developments in the past few days include a defense request for a permanent gag order on the case and a decision to waive the right to a speedy preliminary hearing, effectively pushing the next major court hearing all the way to April of 2026.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions in this case because, like, what was Melody thinking, I wonder? Because we saw them in surveillance footage together getting this rental car. They're both wearing wigs to hide their disguise. Like, what did her mom tell her they were doing or going to do?
Yeah. I mean, she's 9 years old, though. She's
Yeah.
very impressionable. So,
And I remember when we posted that news case, some crazy person commented on our YouTube video saying about Ashley was like doing this to protect her daughter, like from somebody, putting her in protection. And I was just like, okay, well, if she needs to hide her daughter from someone, she needs to tell the police and get the police to
yeah.
help them get her somewhere safe. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just take that upon yourself and hide your child and have a missing child.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do it that way. But then
No.
she ended up killing her anyway, so that's not even what was happening.
No, I knew she was killing the girl.
Mm-hmm.
The way she's acting.
And that
No.
person ended up deleting their comment then.
Yeah. Stupid.
So
Stupid.
yeah, like what the heck? Like, what was the motive here? Why?
I don't know. I want to punch her in the face because, like, if you guys go back and listen to when we covered it, I go into detail of like how the mother was like not even helping in the search or anything. You know,
She wasn't
like
talking.
no, she's a terrible mother.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible, terrible.
Yep. She deserves to be locked away forever.
Yeah, disgusting human being.
Mm-hmm.
Make like a shadow and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at
Lurking in the Shadows Podcast.
If you have any questions, concerns, or case suggestions, please shoot us a Gmail at
Lurking in the Shadows Podcast at gmail.com. And keep lurking around for our next episode.